Okay, friends, so I'm going to start off by making some pumpkin bread. So this is Libby's pumpkin bread recipe, but I did add chocolate chips, and I'm going to make this so that while I was making our Christmas wreath, I got to smell pumpkin bread baking the whole time, and it smelled amazing. We are still in October, and it's not quite the Christmas season yet, so I am trying to make as much pumpkin bread as I can, but I do add in a half cup of the little mini chocolate chips, and they are so, so good. So, funny thing, while I was mixing the pumpkin bread, I remembered I have a KitchenAid mixer. Why am I not using it? So I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. For whatever reason, I guess it was out of sight, out of mind. So I did it by hand. And you know what? Hey, that's fine. It worked out great. But I just thought that was kind of funny. So I'm just putting it into the pan here now. And I guess after making my daughter's wedding cake, I got back into the mood for baking. So I just kind of drop it like that, and it just makes your batter a little flatter. And I didn't know that rhymed, but it did. And it just bakes more evenly. So moving on, we're going to start our wreath. So I got this wreath from Hobby Lobby. It's $13.99, but Hobby Lobby's Christmas is all half off right now. So Christmas at Hobby Lobby is 50% off, just letting you guys know. I have this little box of ornaments that I use when I'm decorating. Now, I used them last year, so they're not new, but they're in new condition. So I'm also using some ribbon. I do like to reuse a lot of items, guys, just to save on cost. And so if I use Christmas ribbon for either a tree or a project, I will just roll it up nice and neat after the Christmas season and reuse it the following year. I do reuse my ribbon and a lot of my florals. If I can. Sometimes you can't. If they have glue on them or something, you can't always do it, but I do try to because it does save on money. And I love that ribbon. I love the berries. I thought it was so pretty. So I'm just going through the wreath now, and I'm just fluffing it up a little bit because they are really flat when you buy them from the store. So now we got it all nice and floofy. And I'm just going to start by taking the ribbon, and what I'll do is I want to entwine the ribbon throughout the wreath. So I'll just take some pieces of evergreen and just squish them around it like you see there. And that is how we just get our ribbon to go through our wreath there. But we're going to cover up where you see the evergreen. We're going to cover that up. It's going to look really pretty when we're done. So I am giving a nice fresh cut to my ends. They get a nice fresh dove end cut. And I'm going to do the same thing to this guy over here. So guys, I have a video coming out soon where I show you all the wreaths I have made in the last couple of years, all the Christmas wreaths, because we are getting into Christmas. I know it's crazy. It's not even Halloween. It is October 22nd, and it's not even Halloween, but guys, with retail and videos, you got to get them out to give people, to give people the idea so they have time to go to the store and buy things if they want to replicate something. So trust me, I am not trying to rush anyone's life away. I am going to be 51 this year, and I'm not trying to rush things, trust me. But it is the holiday season, and we have to make sure that we get things in time. So I'm going to make a nice big bow to go onto the top of this wreath. And again, you see the ribbon is already dovetailed. That's because I'm reusing it, but it is still in new condition. I love taking care of all of my craft items. So just starting off right there with the loop. And now guys, this ribbon, you have to do the twist so that the front of the ribbon is facing frontwards. That's why we do the twist. We just got to twist it around. There we go. And now we've got the front of the ribbon facing us. It also makes your ribbon a little more floofy when you do the twist. Every time I say that, I want to start singing the twist song from the 50s, but I'll spare you guys that. I won't put you through that. But every time I say it, that song comes into my head. So now we've got the middle part there. We just did the twist again. Put our thumb in there and hold it in place. And then we're going to twist again. And that brings us right back to the front. And I'm going to add some more ribbon to this because I want this bow to be nice and big and floofy. So we just add other ribbon just like that, guys. Just add it to the back, squinch it with your fingers, and then just keep going. Just like it was all one piece to begin with. Now, if you see those things off to the side there, I've got some pine cones, I've got some of those ornaments, and I've got some berries. Now, those berries that you see, they're a little damaged, but I'm actually not going to use them today. I'm going to put them away and use them for another project. So I'm just letting you know. I know they're a little damaged, but I'm going to salvage them, but I do not use them in this wreath. I changed my mind on that. Getting ahead of myself. That's why we're going to twist, there we go, as tight as we can. That way, if you do add in other pieces of ribbon to make your bow larger, you just twist that pipe cleaner around it really, really tight, and it all holds together, guys. There's no worries. So just gonna get it right there into our wreath, and we're going to twist it really nice and tight around the wire form of the wreath. You'll see here in just a moment. But see how we did that, guys? We used the large ribbon and we wrapped it through our wreath. Then we made the bow, and now it just looks like one big solid ribbon, huh? And there we go. Just like you see there, we twisted off the pipe cleaner, we cut off the excess, and now we're good to go. We are going to fluff the bow because you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, I have to have my bows a certain way. I'm a big stickler on my bows being poofy and balanced, so you'll see me fiddling with the ribbon a lot. It's just what I do, as you see. And if you see the little pupper off to the right there, that's Miss Puka. She never leaves Mommy's side. She's very curious and wants to know what Mommy's doing. So we're going to use our ornaments there, guys. They're so sparkly. I love those shatterproof sparkly ornaments. They are perfect to craft with. I love them. And we're going to put them right in there. Now, guys, I'm going to start selling wreaths. So that is why you see me using a lot of hot glue on this wreath. I am going to be selling wreaths. I don't think I'm going to do it through Etsy because I love Etsy, I really do, but the shipping is so expensive. So I'm going to have to figure that out, or maybe just sell them locally. I'm not sure. But the shipping, I've looked into it. It's so expensive, friends. But this is how we are covering where we tied our wreath, our ribbon off through our wreath. See how I'm covering it there with just using some bulbs and a pine cone. And that way you don't see the twisty part where we tied our ribbon into our wreath. I hope I explained that in a way where I didn't confuse you. But remember how we use the evergreen wreath to hold our ribbon by twisting the evergreen wreath pieces together to hold our ribbon? This is how we're covering that, by putting in our bulbs and our pine cones, and it's going to cover up those little twisties nice and perfect. You won't even see them. You can also cover those little twisty areas on your wreath with flowers, or more evergreen, maybe you have some more evergreen type of florals, just cover them up and make them look all nice and pretty. That's what we're doing. And I'm using a lot of hot glue because I plan on selling this. I want to make sure it's nice and sturdy and nothing falls apart. But I love those sparkly ornaments. They are so pretty, guys. I got them last year from Hobby Lobby. I got a whole box of these beautiful red sparkly ornaments. And I've got some green ones in there because Hobby Lobby has some really beautiful green ribbon this year. It's like a minty color green, and I'm going to make a nice beautiful wreath with those other ornaments and using that ribbon. That's going to be our next wreath that we make. So really looking forward to some Christmas crafting. But what do you guys put into your pumpkin bread? Do you use walnuts or do you use the chocolate? I love adding chocolate with pumpkin. I think it's just really, really good. I do cut the sugar in half when I make my pumpkin bread. So I only use half of the sugar that it calls for. So by adding in the chocolate chips, I still get some sweetness, you know. I am trying to not use a lot of sugar. But chocolate has antioxidants. And that's what I tell myself. I tell myself it's good for me. So, you know, and hey, there's some proof that, you know, chocolate does have antioxidants. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have cut off all of those little gold pieces before I started the video, but that's okay. And those bulbs there, guys, the ones that aren't sparkly, I always try to wipe them down so that they're nice and clean and, you know, there's no like dust or anything on them. So if you see me using the napkin, I'm just wiping them off to make sure there's no smudges. But I really feel like this turned out really pretty, and I just hope to give you guys a nice idea. I've been going through a lot of my Christmas stuff, and I'm trying to downsize a little bit, guys, because, you know, my mom and dad are both deceased. They both passed away at this point, and I did inherit a lot of Christmas decor. My sister moved to North Carolina and she just couldn't take all of it with her. So I inherited a lot of Christmas decor and I do need to downsize. And when you see me clipping off some of those evergreen pieces, guys, from the wreath, sometimes they just won't lay the way you want them to. And I just snip them and then I use them in projects. But we're going to add a lot of bulbs to this wreath, guys. It's going to be so pretty. I really hope you like it. But I am trying to downsize a lot of my Christmas decor because I just have so much. And I think I'm at a point now where I'm okay with parting with some things. When my parents first, you know, passed away, my mom passed away in 2016. And then my dad passed away in 2023. In the beginning, I couldn't part with anything. I just felt so guilty and I was in the grieving process and I just couldn't part with anything. But I'm better now with that. And so now I don't feel guilty about parting with a lot of excess decor. You know, I feel like now I'm passing it along. I'm going to donate it and I'm going to pass a lot of it along to someone else and to another family. And I hope that in the process of doing that, I'm also passing along all of the love that those ornaments and that decor has with them from me and my parents. So in my mind and how I'm doing it and how I'm feeling good about it is I'm not just passing along Christmas decor. I'm passing along all the love that decor had seen over the years. So that's how I have made my peace with it. So we are just going to add in all the red bulbs. We're going to put all the red bulbs in this wreath, guys. This is just going to be a beautiful red bulb wreath, and I really hope that I'm just giving you guys some great ideas. Now, I'm going to fill in the bottom with just some of those ornaments and some more pine cones. Now, guys, I originally had put some lights on this wreath, but I did end up taking the lights off. I'll tell you why. The light strand wasn't big enough. It just wasn't big enough. At first, I thought it was okay if I only lit up a portion of the wreath. But then after I turned the lights on, I decided I don't want to do that. I would rather have the whole wreath light up. But the light strand I had wasn't big enough, so I did end up taking that off. And just letting you know that sometimes before, like when I'm making a wreath, I will put things on the wreath to see how I like them before I hot glue them on, just to make sure that, you know, I like it there. Does it look okay there? Does it, oh, and our pumpkin bread's ready. Look at that, friends. I wanted to show you. It turned out so great. Oh my goodness. So, okay. Our pumpkin bread was ready. But I will, oh my goodness, but I will put stuff on the wreath before I hot glue it, just so that I like where it's going to go. And because, you know, once you glue it, especially onto an evergreen wreath, it can be a little hard to move it, you know. So just letting you know. Now, you guys know I keep all my scraps. That is just a little berry bundle that I had from a whole pick of berries. And I keep them. And so, you know, there are berries on our ribbon. So I said to myself, I found those little berries in my craft stash. And I said, well, if there's berries in the ribbon, there needs to be some berries on the wreath. So even though it's only a few little berry bunches here and there, I think it ties it all together. So I really hope that you guys like this. And this is why I keep all of my little scraps, guys. And I encourage you to do too. Because let's face it, sometimes with crafting, some items can be a little pricey and expensive. So if you can save money by keeping your little scrap items and, you know, putting them in a wreath, just like we're doing here, you know, giving them, you know, a chance to shine, even if it's one little bundle, it saves money. It also adds to your project. So that's why I always encourage you to hold on to your scrap pieces. There's our wreath, friends. How do you like it? Now you see where I had the lights on, but I did take them off. But how do you think this turned out? I think this is beautiful, guys. I really just hope to give you the idea. Now you don't have to get your bulbs from Hobby Lobby, okay? Even though they are half off. You can get them from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree sells bulbs as well, and they're just as pretty. So I really hope that you guys like this wreath. This is the first wreath for the Christmas season of 2025. And I just hope that I gave you guys a really wonderful idea. And there's our pumpkin bread, friends. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys in the next video.